everybody. This is Fawn Wood, and you're listening to Native Americana Cafe.
All right, good morning, Fawn.
Good morning.
I've been calling this a Native Americana Audio Cafe, and this is the magical transistor
Oh,
that it
nice.
comes through. And you came up on the dial this morning, as a vital artist, and I know you're traveling all over Turtle Island and things, and so it's great to have your voice on. In Canada, you can call it Native Canadiana Audio
Yeah.
Cafe.
Well, it's an honor to
Welcome.
be asked.
Tell me about your music.
I guess you can call it traditional music. I've been recording now for about, I would say about a good 10 years. I started off just with like round dance singing, hand drum singing, but it kind of over the years it kind of evolved into other styles, such as we do a lot of hand game singing, powwow singing, and now a lot of the newer stuff that I've been working on, it kind of features a lot of contemporary like mashups with it, so it's something I'm really excited about.
When you talk about all these styles of drumming, explain to the people a little bit about these styles.
Okay. When it comes to round dance singing or hand drum singing, that's something, the style that I like to share anyways. It comes from the area that I'm from and the people that I'm from, the Plains Cree people. That is something that we take part in a lot in the wintertime with our big round dances. These gatherings get probably just as big as powwows, and it's something we do all night long on the weekends in the wintertime. As for powwow music, that's something I think everybody across like Turtle Island takes part of. All of our Indigenous people, anyways, throughout the summertime. So that's something I grew up around. I grew up around music and culture and stuff like that. So I was exposed to it from a really young age. Stick games is another form of singing that also takes part mostly in the summertime. But I noticed that tribes from all over, that's something that they like to practice even throughout the year. We have tournaments all over, and it's another way of our people kind of uniting.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize all these different types of and styles within what would be classified as Native singing or First Nation singing or Turtle Island voices. And so thanks for giving us a little bit of insight. I know, like I always call the Native Americana, it's at the crossroads of Minnehaha and Hiawatha, and it's a real passionate love thing about music and the enthusiasm about music. That's what I hear. And I love when you're mixing words into your round dance songs and things like that. Talk a little about language and Inquisition.
Okay.
And
Yeah, well, since the round dance style of music, it's something that it may originate from our Plains Cree people, but you see in a more contemporary today that it's actually spread all over the U.S. and Canada, where other people are hosting their celebrations. But it's also a style of music that kind of united our Indigenous people in another way. So contemporary or word songs like that are kind of a new thing to it. They say a long time ago, our songs, our round dance songs, didn't have any words in them. So nowadays, you hear songs that everybody can kind of relate to and understand. And a lot of our songs are also made in English. But when it comes to language, I'm studying our language right now. I hold my Bachelor of Arts degree in Cree language, and my journey for that was kind of sparked through music. It was through music that I found my interest and my want to relearn my language, which is Plains Cree. And I think I owe a lot of what I knew before was through music. So that was something that I'm really proud of, actually.
I know your family, your uncle, and you come from singers, right?
Hmm.
Talk about these guys a little bit.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, I was exposed to music from a very young age on both my parents' side. They're actually both singers. On my dad's side, his name is Earl Wood, and he is actually one of the founding members of Northern Cree. And some of my uncles who do music, such as Randy Wood, he's my dad's youngest brother, and currently my uncle Steve is actually the head guy for Northern Cree. He's the one who's kept it going all of these years, and he's done some really wonderful things with it. As well as on my mom's side, she is Salish and Statliam from BC, and she grew up singing on a big powwow drum. So that's kind of how I was exposed to music from a young age. Is that my parents both sang together, and she comes from a group called the Fraser Valley Singers, and that's something that they still do today. My grandma, who is 74 now, she still sets up that drum and she still sings with everybody. So it's pretty awesome.
Wow, it's wonderful to listen to you talk about, I guess, so effortlessly and fluently about all these drums and styles, and then using your language and studying it. I think education is so important. How has this COVID affected you? Where were you, and how did it happen? Where you're at right now, and were you canceled with shows and
Oh yeah.
things?
Oh yeah, we had at the beginning of March, we me and my partner, we were actually pretty booked up to start traveling, and a lot of our things that we get asked to go and be a part of are traveling to different communities, and for round dances, for speaking engagements, for performances. And we were actually supposed to, when they first started this whole well, up here in Alberta, when they first started canceling everything and closing down schools, that a few days before we were supposed to go to the east in Ottawa and Quebec and all of this, and it's greatly affected us. That's something we do. It's part of our livelihood and all of that. Us both being artists and recording artists, um, it kind of shifted our plans for the spring, and now it's kind of rolling into summer, because in the summertime we have a powwow group that we're part of, a Cree Confederation, and throughout the whole summer, as soon as things start, we're usually busy every weekend, and now we're learning to kind of adapt to this new normal. Um, but in the meantime, we've been doing what we've been doing on Facebook with other Indigenous singers and musicians and other people who've been affected by this.
Have you been doing like the social distancing powwows and things like that?
Yeah, actually, we actually what we do is called the virtual round dance, and it was kind of inspired by the social distance powwow people, Whitney and his wife over there. We actually started how our whole page and everything started was when this pandemic and everything kind of first hit. There was this challenge going around that one of the singers, powwow singers, called it the COVID challenge, where he was challenging people to share music, and it was just for fun of it. And we kept getting nominated by other singers, and we're like, okay, well, I think we'll go live. So we went live, and we had a really good feedback on it. So a friend of ours actually said, well, wouldn't it be cool if Fawn and Dallas, if they started something like a round dance where they sing, then they'll pass what they call pass the sticks to another singer. So we threw something together in about 2 hours. We contacted some singers, and we see if they were up for being a part of this lineup, and we did it. And it got such good feedback that we did it for 8 nights in a row, and it just got bigger and bigger, and we noticed more interest was being taken in it, and we were fortunate enough to have like some really renowned singers in our area and throughout North America, and it branched out to not just powwow and round dance music, that we were featuring music from like coastal music. We've had some people from the South. We had people who sing social dance songs and smoke dance songs, flutists. We've even had comedians join us. So, and I think the whole concept behind it was that we just wanted to kind of take people's minds off of the worry and all the craziness that was happening, and uplift people and connect people through music. So it's been a really awesome thing to be a part of.
Well, that was the reason why I really wanted you on the cafe this morning, just to share your songs and your stories, and say hello to Dallas. Is it's
Oh
it's
yeah,
good to
he's
hear
here.
his,
Oh,
yeah,
you guys want to say
yeah,
hi to him? Okay.
yeah, that'd be great.
Dallas.
Hi, Dallas, how you doing?
Hey, good. Good.
You're
How you
holding
guys
up
doing?
there in the quarantine period.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I was I know I was just kind of listening to Fawn, and like you were asking her how she felt when like the whole quarantine first started, and I know she's kind of being modest about it, but she was really upset, and
I was worried.
yeah, she was really worried, and it was and she didn't have that motivation to sing and stuff, and it was a really tough time when it really hit her, eh? But then, I just sound real Canadian, eh? Hey, hey. But
you can move back a little.
oh, I can move back. I just want to look skinny. So
That's all right. You look good.
I don't want to show my whole body.
You look good.
I really wanted to share, like when Fawn first said, hey, I got asked to come on the show and stuff with Keith, and I was like, holy man, when they first had roll call contests in powwow,
where you have to sing something that was not powwow.
Yeah, you were, so they'd ask the singers, hey, you guys need to sing a song, not powwow, for roll call contest. And then if you could do that, and if you win these prizes, right? So the first time our group thought of something, so we said, okay, this is the song we're gonna sing. This is us. But,
all right.
oh. So that was such a big thing for us. It's so ironic how that worked, right? Iconic. Did I say that right?
Dallas, I want to update that version, like the end of it. Wash your face, wash your hands.
Wash your face.
I've been riding in my Indian car, the pound of the wheel drumming in my brain. My dash is dusty, the plates are expired. Please, Dr. Fauci, let me explain. I got to make it to a round dance tonight. I'll be singing 49 down by the riverside, looking for sugar, riding in my Indian car. Hey!
Yeah.
Wash your hands, touch your face, don't touch your face, don't run away.
Wash your hands, wash your face.
Yeah, that's what I need is some new words to that. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, stay away, stay safe.
That's funny. Wash your hands, wash your face, stay away.
Yeah. But anyway.
Oh, hey, well, that was awesome. But yeah, it was nice to talk to you, and I'll let you get back to Fawn. But
okay, really nice diversion there. I hear
okay,
something
hey.
buzzing here. All right.
God bless.
All right.
Awesome. Dallas, you should sing with me.
Oh yeah. We sing it. Yeah, sing some songs. Yeah, please.
What do you want to sing first? Well, we were talking about stick game styles, and that kind of style is it kind of influenced us both a lot, because both of our families come from like big stick game playing families. My late Muslim, my grandfather was a pretty renowned stick game player, as well as Dallas's family. They still play to this day, and that's kind of what they're known for. Mm-hmm. So you want to share one of our stick game songs?
Okay. I don't have my Zoom shirt on, so I didn't think I was gonna come on here.
That's all right.
Okay.
This is the best.
Okay. Hey, holla, 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 oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, holla, 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 oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, holla, 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 oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey,
So that was a stick game style. We haven't been able to share. That was actually a brand new song. We haven't really shared that any time. It was made by Dallas. So it's one of my favorite ones right now.
Well, we just love what your guys are doing and what you're doing. It means a lot to Indigenous women all over the world. Fawn, your presence and the respect that you command, we just love it. Is there anything you'd like to say to these ladies?
I think when I first started traveling, I know a lot of people, they would ask me for advice. And I always go back to something my dad told me. I was really fortunate to have two parents that really encouraged me wanting to sing and wanted me to do what I do. And he used to always tell me that this is one thing that stuck with me throughout the years, is he told me, you know, it doesn't matter where you come from, what kind of last name you have, or anything material. He's like, us as Indigenous people, we have that inherent right to music and to language and to culture. And he used to always tell me it was up to us to keep utilizing that, to keep that going and to keep that strong for our next generation. And he used to always say that you know, our ancestors were such resilient, strong people that this is something that they fought for, something they fought to keep alive. And it's our way of honoring them to share your voice. So I encourage anybody who feels the need to share their voice, to share it and to be proud of who they are and where they come from, and to understand that us as Indigenous people, especially in times like this, it's through music and culture that we turn to for our strength. So even like what we say on the virtual round dance, that we always tell people, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feel about it, but as long as you share a song, if you have a song in you, if you love to sing, share that song, share that music, because you never know whose day that you're going to make just from them hearing you share this. So it truly is a gift, and I'm really blessed that it's a part of my life.
Thank you for being here today, man.
We just want to close it off with a song for you, Keith.
Okay, that's what we want to do.
Okay,
when I
think
listen to a cool song, I got to put on my sunglasses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the song that we want to share is actually composed by my uncle Randy Wood, and he's been one of my biggest role models, one of my biggest supporters, and somebody who's kind of always encouraged me to keep going with music. And I was fortunate enough to actually record the song with him. That's always been a dream of mine, was to create something with him. And so we recorded the song on my last album that was released, and I called it Yegawino. And in our language, that means our mother. I really wanted to honor all of the female spirit and all the female beings. I hope you guys enjoy this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Remember me down the road, hand in hand, you and me. Hey-oh, hey-oh, hey, hey-oh, hey. Remember me when the sun comes up in the morning sky. There I will be, soaring with the eagle so high, feeling free. Remember me down the road, hand in hand, you and me. Hey-oh, hey-oh, hey-oh.
That was nice, you guys. We gotta collaborate. And
Oh, definitely. It would be an honor.
yeah. Oh wow, that's even more of a blessing.
This is our daughter, Ava.
Yeah. We're singing and looking at her at the same time.
Oh wow.
She's actually going to be 11 months tomorrow.
Yep.
Wow.
She's got quarantine hair.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
Yeah, collaboration would be amazing, Keith.
Are you singing too?
Canadian National, I can hear your whistle blow. Canadian National, I can hear your whistle blow. Whistle blowing right on time. Come and ease my troubled mind. Won't be long till it is summertime.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo!
This is your jigging song.
Later.
I can take that list.
Woo-hoo!
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ha. Way ya, hey ya, hey ya, way ya, hey ya, ha. Way ya, hey 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 ya, hey. Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry, got in there.
We need some sicker clowns around now, that's for sure.
Yeah.